Tyrone O'Hare.
And I'm Nick Millard.
Welcome to PVD POV, where we bring you new insights into the coolest little city in the smallest state.
Whether you're local looking to uncover hidden gems or a visitor eager to dive into our vibrant culture, we've got you covered.
Each week we'll be chatting with the movers and shakers in Providence, from restaurant owners to hoteliers and everyone in between. And this week we really emphasize the cool with Jeff Burt. He is from the Providence Tattoo Convention. He's a tattoo artist himself.
And very tattooed all over.
Very tattooed, but like super cool.
Yeah.
And he and his wife Jessie organized this Providence Tattoo Convention. They came last year. We worked with them on that, and we were so happy to get him on the podcast because the show was a success. And he talks about what led up to it and how he created the idea for it with Jessie. Talked about tattoos and what's cool and what's not.
There's some fun things that you're going to learn from this episode about Jeff and about the convention, and there might be one little tidbit that we do learn about Alana in this one too. So you might want to definitely tune in and stay tuned for this episode.
Not
it's
one
really
of my proudest moments.
It's okay. We all make those mistakes at 18. It's okay.
Now everyone's really going to tune in.
Yeah, come on, keep listening.
So turn us up and get ready to experience Providence from a whole new perspective. Welcome back to PVD POV. Today we're joined by Jeff Burt. Jeff and his wife Jessie worked with GoProvidence to bring the Providence Tattoo Convention to town last year. It was amazing, and we're very excited to have him back this year for the second annual. So Jeff, thanks for coming on to the show, and tell us a little bit about what's in store this year.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. This is a lot of fun. We've been working hard to get the second annual Providence Tattoo Convention up and running. We are going to be hosting that at the Rhode Island Convention Center on August 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Very nice. And if I remember from last year, you had everything from local artists to artists from out of state, celebrity artists, live tattoos, piercings. I remember writing the press release and being like, oh my God, this is so cool. I just didn't feel cool enough to show up.
I was going to say, you didn't get any tattoos?
I already have a tattoo, and I think Jeff and Jessie would laugh at it.
Oh, really?
It's one of those, like, I turned 18 and I got to get a tattoo.
You can always cover it.
I think I might
With
have
another
to
tattoo.
eventually. Yeah,
Maybe
but
you have to go on
I think
that.
my pain tolerance was higher last time around.
Yeah, that's true. As you get older, they hurt more.
They do.
Oh,
Your
100%.
skin gets thin or something.
I don't know what it is.
Who knows?
but-
Who knows the science behind it? But anyways, last year you had so many cool features. How did last year go? And then tell us what is going on for this year.
Okay. Well, last year we pulled it off. We really did. But it was like right until the end, we were like, oh my God, is this going to be a success, or are we going to is this going to be a huge flop? Like we put everything we had into it. We put a ton of resources, money, pulled in a ton of favors, and but right up until before the actual doors opened, we didn't really know how it was going to turn out. And I'm very happy to say that it was a huge success. We had an amazing turnout. I think that all the attending artists really rallied and helped us out with their social media platforms, and their influence helped us immensely.
And I see that happens a lot with especially like the first year of something too, is like you're actually, honestly, it's probably going to be for the second year too, and third year probably, but up until that last point of like the doors are open, you're just scrambling for those last minute things. It happens every time in event planning, whatever you're doing, but it didn't seem, at least on the outside, that you guys you guys are scrambling. So it looked really well. I know we had some people there, but I think it looked really well.
It did.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
But like the last couple of days leading up to it, we were dotting I's and crossing T's and just like double checking everything. But still there was that fear that was like, what if nobody comes, And but it was great. It was such a fun turnout. And the vibe was incredible. Like right from when the artists started, towing in their supplies and setting up their booths, there was this really fun, positive vibe in the building, and it just stayed with us the entire weekend. Everything just kept rolling, like from the entertainment that we had. We had a lot of fun entertainment. We had Dos Amigos playing acoustic jams, which was a huge hit. We had this husband and wife that traveled in from Texas that did kind of like a freak show type of thing.
Oh,
it was super fun. And we had a beauty pageant. We had the tattoo contest, and everything was just so electric.
I feel like it's such a good fit for the city because Providence is the creative capital, and we have artists, right, of all kinds, and you've got everyone from painters to photographers, sculptors, like every kind of art you can imagine. And tattooing is also an artistry, and so for them to be there and have that creative spirit, a lot of fun, entertainment. Freak show, sure, why not? Can you say freak show these days?
I think
I
so.
don't know.
We're gonna go with it.
That's what they call it. If they're okay and open to being called a freak show,
Right.
Some people embrace that. You're a freak show.
I think that's such a perfect fit for this city and the vibe. And it sounds like you had artists locally, you had artists coming in from out of state. And then how about attendees? Did you have a lot of people coming in just for this?
Yeah, I can tell you on Saturday when I showed up about an hour early to, get the doors open, and I just wanted to be there before everybody on Saturday. It's usually the biggest day. When I came around the corner and I saw a line of about 200 people, I was absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah.
It was like such a relief, such a burden off my shoulders to see that.
That's when you know it was a success.
Yeah, I guess so. But I couldn't agree more with you about how Providence is such an artsy town. There's so much art in this small little town. I mean, RISD's here, and there's such an old line of tattooing in Providence, and I was just so happy and so humbled to have put this event on.
That's great.
Yeah.
And speaking of that legacy here in Rhode Island, I understand you had a very, very famous Newport tattoo artist who unfortunately is no longer with us, but his daughter kind of continues his legacy, and she was at the convention.
She was. Marilyn Mott. I love her. She is such a great person. She's the daughter of the late Buddy Mott, who was the first tattoo artist in Rhode Island. I want to say 1945 or 1946, he opened up Buddy's Tattoo down in Newport.
Wow.
And they were tattooing up into the 90s. I remember I started my career in, I think, 95 or 96, and Buddy was still doing it. And I had the opportunity to meet him once. I was just a dumb kid. I didn't really know, I was meeting an icon, but still, I'm proud to say that I did meet him.
That's great.
Yeah.
And she had that cool setup. I saw the photo, and we'll share a photo of her booth. So she recreated like a replica of her dad's tattoo booth, and she brought it to the show.
Yeah, it's just spot on. Everything about it. It's got an old autoclave where he would sterilize the equipment. It had plexiglass. It had a giant sign that said either no booze allowed or no boozers or something like that. and like some old pictures in there. His tattoo machine. It was just so beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. I was so happy to have had that at my convention.
That's
and
awesome.
I'm actually psyched because the Providence Tattoo Convention was sort of the debut of that booth, that replica. She built it to put on exhibit at the Newport Art Museum. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But she put it at the Providence Tattoo Convention for the first time for the world to see. And it was such a huge hit that she has been doing multiple tattoo conventions all over mostly New England, I think. She's been in the Manchester Tattoo Convention, the Boston Tattoo Convention. She's been to the Flower City Tattoo Convention, but it's put on by a good friend of mine named Rob DePadia. That's a great show. And several other ones, like the New England show down in Connecticut and the Tommy's Tattoo Convention down there also. And it's such a big hit, and I'm so happy that I had a small part in that.
Yeah.
Because she built the booth for this art exhibit. It didn't work out, and the timing was right, and her and I had a conversation, and she asked me if she could put it at my show, and I was just completely humbled by it. I was like, I would be honored. And now it's snowballed into this great thing that people get to get a little taste of how tattooing used to be.
Great.
Yeah, and I didn't know, especially in Rhode Island, that there was such history that went back even, like you said, the 40s, I think.
Yeah.
That was. I wouldn't even think that tattoo. I mean, yes, tattoos have been around for a very, very long time, but at least not in the popular light.
Right.
Especially back then.
Yeah,
Right.
Back then it was in the shadows.
It was in the shadows.
Yeah.
It was definitely in the shadows.
Drunk sailors and
Exactly.
That's
promiscuous
why it was
women.
in
And,
Yeah. And then 18-year-old girls who think it's cool
Yes,
and
exactly.
get a little bit of a mistake.
So to kind of go back a little bit, what kind of made you want to put on this event? Want to, what drove you to do this?
Well, I've been attending tattoo conventions all over the country I've been tattooing for about 30 years. And most of that, I started doing conventions pretty early. I learned what worked at conventions and I learned what didn't. I then went to shows that were massive with over 1,000 booths in them. And I've gone to small shows that had 50 or 60. And I just kept picking certain things that I liked and certain things that I didn't like. And I had a long talk with my wife, and her and I agreed that we could put on something special. So then once we decided that we were going to do it, we just had to figure out where. And we just kept circling back to Providence because it's just such a perfect town or a perfect city for something like this because of the art culture that's here. So once we decided on Providence, we looked at a venue. There's not a lot of places you can put on a show this big. There's only a handful. And we reached out to the people at the Rhode Island Convention Center. They were super, super supportive and very receptive to it. And right off the bat, like we knew it felt right.
And how about Dasha, who's with us here at GoProvidence? I know she stepped in, and once everything was booked, she helped with the services for attendees, and sounds like, and we did some press rollout, and of course got you here on the podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Dasha, right?
Yeah.
She's amazing. And you know, it's funny because they're so, they want to help us so much that they keep doing things that I think in my head, I'm like, why are they doing this for us? Because like they want us to succeed. And I just think that's such a great motivation.
Definitely. Yeah. The services team especially is literally award-winning, but it's a great thing for the event when it succeeds. It's great for the city when an event succeeds, and even better yet, when they come back. And hopefully this is an annual thing, and I think that's the plan, every August. And we've all been looking at your really cool shirt, so tell us a little bit about the design for this.
This is the first year Providence Tattoo Convention shirt. This design was drawn by an incredible artist named Kevin Bledsoe. And I had already drawn the design for the convention last year. It was the Narragansett Lighthouse, and I put like like an outline of a rooster inside of it, and the Newport Tower was behind it, and it was just very iconic with stuff from Rhode Island, Rhode Island landmarks. And I was all set, ready to go with that for all of our advertisement and T-shirts and whatnot. And then when Kevin reached out to me and he showed interest in doing the show, he's like, hey, can I maybe like draw the logo? And I said, absolutely. You don't say no to an artist of that caliber. This guy is like world known. He's an incredible painter and an incredible tattoo artist, and he's a great friend. So we went with two different designs for last year's show. We did the lighthouse that I drew, and then the Rhode Island red that Kevin designed for us. And I'm sad to say that the rooster was a huge hit. These shirts sold out the first night, and then we're still sitting on a couple of the lighthouse ones that I designed. Not that it's a bad design, but the rooster is super cool.
I'm sure
I'd
it
wear
was
that
great.
shirt. I mean,
I would
I don't
wear
have any
it too.
tattoos, but hey, I'd wear that shirt.
Is that
Thank
going to
you.
be the design for this year too? Or is there
No. So what I did last year, we invited the artist that won Best of Show. After they won their trophy, and we did photographs, and everybody's patting each other on the back, and this is at the end of the event on Sunday. I approached the two artists that won. There's a collaboration tattoo, and I invited them to create the design for this year's show, and I also gave them a free booth to attend this year's show as kind of like a reward or a trophy for them winning. It was Andre from Powerline Tattoo and Andy Large from Powerline Tattoo. So they were super excited about it. They said they would be honored to do it. So a couple months after the end of last year's show, the three of us sat down at, where were we? Union Station Brewery.
Very
and
good.
we had a couple pints, and we talked about
Great ideas come from Union Station Brewery.
and beer.
And a couple pints. Yeah.
Yeah, so the three of us sat there, and we kind of hatched out, like, I kind of gave them my idea about what I wanted it to look like, and then they, threw their 2 cents into it, and we came up with this absolutely beautiful design for this year's show.
That's
It's
awesome.
basically a mermaid, and there's a tall ship in it, and, they got Providence and a nice arc above it. It's really beautiful.
Mermaid, very Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Okay, tying the two together. So my vision of a tattoo convention is, tattoo artists, and then maybe just people who really like tattoos, like getting tattoos.
Yep.
They go, they can see different artists work at their booths, and then maybe get some fresh ideas and maybe learn a thing or two in their skill of tattooing, maybe get a live tattoo or a piercing, I think there was.
Yep.
Is that pretty much what it is?
Yeah, you're pretty spot on there. So nowadays, tattooing is a little bit different. It's all in social media. Like when you start gaining traction as a tattoo artist and people start seeking you out, and you start getting a ton of followers on social media, when an artist of that caliber shows up at a convention, like they're going to bring in 10, 20, 30 people that just want to maybe meet them, introduce themselves, maybe talk about getting a tattoo. And it's a really fun way to meet someone that you might follow online.
Mm-hmm. And then might not be local to you too. So that's nice that you get to bring all of these artists together.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it's almost like I treat like a Comic-Con or something
Yeah.
like that too, where
Yeah.
you get to see it might not be as big and celebrity wise, but to them it is.
True.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And you did have some celebrity artists. at
We
the
did,
show.
yeah. Last year, Danny Ryan, who she tattoos at 1001 Troubles down in, is it Bristol or Warren? I'm not sure. I think it's Warren, but it's right there. And she tattoos there. My buddy Fred Cheatham owns that shop. He's a great guy. And she was on Ink Master. And so she's got a ton of people that have followed her and admire her work. And she was one of our celebrities there. And then there was another artist from Rhode Island named LT that was on Ink Master that came last year also. I think they both signed up for this year, so I'm excited to
that's
see them
awesome.
again.
Now, did you get a tattoo at the show?
No, I didn't even tattoo at the show. I was just running around putting
Yeah.
out dumpster
You're too
fires
Yeah,
all
he
weekend.
was in work mode.
I don't think I ate the whole weekend. I definitely didn't sleep.
Well, hopefully this year you'll be a little bit more calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're a little bit better prepared this year. There's still going to be dumpster fires, and there'll probably still be some sleepless nights, and I probably won't eat. But yeah, we're getting better at doing this. Like Jesse and I, even though we've been to hundreds of tattoo conventions over the years, this is the first one that we ever put together. So there's just a mountain of stuff to do.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now how can people find out more and how can they register?
Okay. Well, we're on Instagram. Providence Tattoo Convention on Instagram, easy to find, and then our website is ProvidenceTattooConvention.com. So if there's like a tattoo artist that wants to attend, it's super easy to navigate through our website, register a booth, get your license in with the Rhode Island Department of Health. You can also buy tickets to come as just like someone that wants to walk around and check it out. You can pre-order tickets there. You can just show up at the door and just buy tickets at the ticket booth.
Awesome.
Yep.
And remind us of the dates one more time.
August 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Very good.
Yes.
And I know there's you had a few sponsors for this that you wanted to
Yes.
kind of throw in there as well
We
too.
always like
I know.
to thank our sponsors.
Yes, gotta love to thank those sponsors. I know they kind of help and support you in bringing this wonderful convention to their city, so we thank them as well.
Yes, there's several sponsors that I'd love to give a shout out to. First one is Tommy's Tattoo Supplies. They're a company that I've worked with exclusively for a big part of my career. I'm happy to say that I'm sponsored through them, and they just have top quality stuff. They're going to be one of our primary sponsors this year at the show, as well as Starbright Colors, which, nowadays, there's probably a dozen or more ink brands on the market, tattoo ink. Starbright has always been at the forefront of that. They've always been one of the best. It's the brand that I love. It's the brand that I use. And the true test to a tattoo ink is how it looks, not really the day that you put it in, but how it looks in 5 years or 10 years. And I've been using it so long that I'm seeing a lot of the tattoos that I've done come back after 5 years or 10 years, and they look amazing, like the day that I did them. And I think a big part of that is because of the quality that Starbright puts into their product for sure. So Miss Pillsbury's Tattoo Aftercare is another one of our sponsors. They're a local company. I think they're in northern Connecticut. Incredible product. We highly recommend them for tattoo aftercare.
It's a bunch of the lotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Put on everything. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're going to be there with booths and stuff like
Yeah. Miss Pillsbury's will be there. I think they're going to get the same booth they got last year, which is the first booth you see when you walk in, and they got this giant, beautiful banner of their logo, and they're hard to miss because their booth is so professional looking, and the way that they present themselves is awesome. That's why I put them in the front, because like they look so good. Yeah, and Dick, the owner, is a good friend of mine. Really good people, him and his wife.
Cool.
Yeah, another one of our sponsors is Two Crows Printing, which they are, in my opinion, one of the best in New England. Whenever I finish a piece of art and if I want to make prints of it, it's the only company that I'll go to. They are great. They're up in Maine, and they're going to be a big sponsor for us this year also. They're actually doing a special where at our event on, I think we're doing it Saturday night, we're doing something called a print swap. So any attending artist can get prints of some of their artwork, bring it to the event, and we just kind of it's very casual and just very organic. We just drink beers and trade artwork with each other. Cool. We kind of experimented with it last year. It was a huge hit, and so we're going to bring it back again this year. It's kind of funny because what's that old saying? Mockery is the ultimate form of flattery,
yes,
and something
right.
like that. So I've never really seen anything like this before. There was a local artist named Jocelyn who was doing it kind of on the side, not at our convention. Well, when I found out about it, I reached out to her and I said, can you do this at my show? Because I think this will be a hit. And it was a huge hit. So now I've seen it happen at several other conventions. Wow. So I know it's a good thing because like people are copying it.
That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Who else do I have as sponsors here? I know I'm forgetting somebody. H2 Ocean is another aftercare product company. They're going to be sponsoring our event also. Another great product. They are definitely innovators. They're down there in Florida, and they've been doing this. I've been recommending H2 Ocean to my clients for maybe 25 years, so they've been in the game for a long time. Yeah. Good company. Awesome. And the last one is Tin Cup Signs. This is a company that is helping us create our trophies that we give away. Throughout the weekend, we probably do about 30 or 40 different tattoo-related categories. Anything from the worst tattoo to the best color tattoo, best back piece, best sleeve, and everything in between. But they design, they take a logo that I give them, and in this case, this year, it will be the mermaid. Mm-hmm. And they're going to create that in a big, heavy stone type of a plaque.
Wow.
And we do that for Tattoo of the Day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the Best of Show.
Wow. Shout out to
They're absolutely gorgeous.
Wait, you really have a tattoo category, worst tattoo?
I think Alana,
is this like
you
world's
might have
ugliest
to go.
dog? Yeah.
Alana might have to go and
I
show
know,
her off her
seriously.
tattoo. Maybe
you
win
show
it.
off your tattoo and you're like, who has the worst one?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to go with it this year because we had interest from a tattoo removal company.
Oh, that's such a good idea. It's going to be a lot of like, oh, this is my ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah. And there's going to also be a lot of, what is that? Like, you can't even tell. But the tattoo removal company, I wish I could remember their name off the top of my head. I'm sorry. Yeah. But they're a Providence company, and they are showing interest in our event. So they asked us if we would do a worst tattoo category, and the winner will get a gift certificate with them. For laser removal.
That is so brilliant. It's
right?
like world's ugliest dog competition, like those little things with the tongue hanging out.
Yeah. What's that dog called? Chinese
crest, water crested or something like that?
Yeah, Chinese crested. I think
Chinese
you're right.
crested, yeah. That's so
Water
funny.
crested.
Water crested? I don't know what I'm thinking.
No clue.
I think
It's
I'm
okay.
thinking of water chestnuts.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Those little crunchy things?
Yeah,
those are
they
good.
always get them in Chinese food.
All right. Well, thank you very much for being on here. And
yeah, thanks for having me.
For the convention to happen. What are the dates again?
August 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Okay.
All right. Thanks so much, Jeff.
I had a blast, guys. Thank you so much for having me.
PVD POV is a podcast hosted by the Providence Work Convention and Visitors Bureau in collaboration with the College of Hospitality Management and Center of Media Production at Johnson & Wales University. Hosts are Alana Cerrone-O'Hare and Nick Millard. Production by Professor Brian Lavin with assistance from the graduate students in tourism management. Episodes are available wherever you download your podcasts. Visit GoProvidence.com for more information on these stories and everything else Providence.